I used to believe that loving God meant I had to be perfect. If I followed all the rules, then maybe he'd be pleased with me. And if I messed up, I felt like I'd completely let him down. On the outside, I looked like a good little Christian girl, but inside I was anxious, exhausted, and constantly wondering if I was ever enough. I grew up in a Christian home, and we were in church all the time. I'm genuinely thankful for the faith foundation I was given, but so much of what I absorbed was about what you do for God. Things like how you dressed, what kind of music you listened to, how you behaved. And those weren't just lifestyle choices. They were measurements of how spiritual or good you were. And maybe you've experienced that too, where your relationship with God started to feel like a checklist. Like if you just did everything right, then you were okay. But if you failed, you had to earn back your way into God's good graces. I spent a lot of years trying to be good. I wanted to do everything right. I thought if I could just follow the rules and live up to everyone's expectations, then maybe that would be enough for me to feel accepted. Maybe even enough to feel loved. But here's what I've learned. Being good doesn't heal the aches inside you. Following the rules doesn't automatically bring you closer to God. And performing doesn't create peace. I wonder if you've ever felt that too. Maybe you've spent years trying to be the right kind of Christian, trying to keep it all together, trying to please everyone, trying to meet some invisible standard so God would finally be proud of you. But if no one has ever said this to you, listen, God is not holding a clipboard watching for you to mess up. He's not asking you to impress him. He's inviting you to know him. I'll never forget when a good friend told me something so simple but so life-changing. Tiffany, stop trying. It hit me like a wave, not because I didn't care about following Jesus, but because I had spent years trying so hard to be good enough. And I was completely worn out. That moment felt like God himself was speaking through my friend, telling me to quit striving, to quit performing, to let go of the pressure and finally rest. That's when everything started to shift. I realized that God wasn't looking for perfection. He was inviting me into relationship. He didn't love me because I was good. He loved me because he is good. Maybe you need to hear that too today. Maybe God is gently saying to you, stop trying to be good enough. Not because he doesn't care about your life or your choices, but because he never asked you to earn his love in the first place. He's not after your perfection, he's after your heart. You don't have to hustle for his approval. You don't have to perform to be accepted. You don't have to carry the weight of trying to get everything right. God already loves you deeply, completely, and without conditions. And he wants you to come close. Not the version of you who has it all together, not the good girl version who checks all the boxes, just you. So if you've been exhausted, if you've been chasing goodness instead of grace, can I challenge you to pause this week and simply ask God, what would it look like for me to stop striving and start resting in your love? He's not disappointed in you. He's not frustrated with your efforts. He's delighted to walk with you, even in your weakness, especially in your weakness. If this episode encouraged you, would you do me a favor and click the like button? It helps more women find these messages. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We're just getting started. And if you've ever struggled with trying to be perfect for God or felt like your worth was tied to your performance, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I read every one of them and I'd be honored to pray with you. You're not alone, you're deeply loved, and you're invited into rest. Real life, real conversations, real purpose.